members and officers of the council, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the worshipful the Mayor.
Let us Canon Brian May say prayers.
Let us pray for God's blessing on the people of the borough of Fylde, all who serve them, and especially the members of this council. May they find wisdom to carry out their duties, humanity to listen to all, courage to do what is right, and generosity to enable all to be respected, irrespective of their views. Amen.
Welcome everyone to this full council meeting of Fylde Borough Council. Before we hold the meeting formally, I'd just like to go through some housekeeping. Fire escapes, the left one around the side, through the doors, the double doors on the left. Toilets, the gents are at the bottom of the stairs, the gents are upstairs, the ladies. Agenda item 1, declaration of interest. For any members having personal or prejudicial interest in the fair. Councillor Russell.
I have a personal and prejudicial interest in item 12, which
Yeah. Councillor Blackshaw, anybody else?
Thank you, Mr.
Councillor
Mayor. Yes, personal and prejudicial interest to the living trust.
Thank you. Anybody else? Agenda item 2, confirmation of minutes. I will propose from the Chair that the minutes of the meeting held on the 16th of July 2018 be confirmed as a correct record.
And I'll second that, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Agenda item 3, Mayor's communications. Since the July meeting, the mayoral team have attended many events. I'd like to make special mention of the 25th anniversary celebration of one of my charities, Fylde Coast Women's Aid, and there's a chance then to meet a lot of wonderful people involved with that organisation. I also went to the Lytham in Bloom Awards. I'd like to congratulate the organisers of Lytham in Bloom on their gold award at Britain in Bloom. We've also been to the Best Kept Village. Many of our villages won prizes. Special mention to Ray Green, winners of the medium village class. Little Eccleston, runners-up in the small village class. And Ellswick, winners of the champion village class. They were the overall winners, so well done to them. During the awards, it was noticeable that some of the names of the villages were mispronounced. It was quite comical. But I think we have the same problem here at Fylde. The number of times I hear people say Wesham instead of Wesson. I've checked with the ward councillors. We're councillors, we represent the area. we should be pronouncing the names properly, and I'll be pulling anybody up who doesn't do that. We've also been to the unveiling of the blue plaques at Fairhaven Lake and the taps. The 1940s weekend was a very successful event. We've been to the judges' service at Preston, and the Duke of Lancaster's Regiment Memorial Service at Warrington. But the big two were the opening of the refurbished Lund Church Hall and the open air classroom at Trail School. My wife, the Mayoress, has some ongoing health issues. That's caused the delay of our charity event, the Reggae Night at the Hand and Dagger, this coming Friday. Tickets are still available. And also the Halloween coffee morning here at the Town Hall, also on Friday. I'd like to thank the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Barker, for ongoing support. She and her consort have attended quite a few additional engagements as a result of my wife's illness. Well, the main one, she opened the Kite Festival, I was unable to attend. I'd like to mention amendments. This is something that regularly causes problems at this council. People have different ideas of what happens, what the procedure is. There is a constitution review at the moment, and this has been looked at, and it's been decided that there'll be no change to the wording, but that's going to be the recommendation of the working group. But what was felt to be important was that mayors and chairmen should be consistent in their approach. So at this point I want to go through how I will deal with amendments and how I interpret the Constitution. A proposed amendment only becomes an amendment once it's been seconded. The Constitution says that any councillor can speak on an amendment. So someone proposes it, it's seconded, the seconder can reserve the right to speak, and all of the councillors have the right to speak once again. So it's the proposer of the amendment has the right to speak again, and the proposer of the original motion has the right to reply, but can only speak once. So if the proposer of the original motion wants to reply to the right to reply to all other speakers, they have to wait to the end. And my understanding of the rules regarding the amendments tallies with how amendments are dealt with in the Budget Council procedures. There's a more detailed explanation there. Moving on, agenda item 4, Chief Executive's communications. Chief Executive, do you have any communications to report?
I have none this evening, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Agenda item 5, questions from members of the council. There are no questions from members of the council on this occasion. Agenda item 6, questions from members of the public. There is one valid question from members of the public. There was another question submitted and it wasn't possible to validate that question. Anybody submitting a question has to live in the borough. It wasn't possible to ascertain where they live. So therefore I'd like to invite Mr. Moore to read out their question and remind them that a supplementary question is permitted provided it is related to the response given to the initial question.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's a simple question, in fact, just to ask how many subscriptions for green bin collections has the Council received in the current subscription year to date? Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Roger Small, I believe we're going to provide a response.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Very simply, the total as of this morning stands at 17,806 subscriptions. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Moore, do you have a supplementary question?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Agenda item 8, committee membership nomination. Oh, sorry. Councillor Dispensation. Thought getting through it fast. Item 7 is a report for the Council to approve a dispensation. Can I ask Councillor Dispensation to propose the item?
Thank you, Mr Mayor, fellow councillors. As most of us are aware, Councillor Keith Beckett is unfortunately suffering from ill health at the moment and has not been able to attend council or committee meetings since early May. As we all know, in these circumstances, the Council, under Section 85 of the Local Government Act of 1972, can approve Councillor Beckett's ill health as a reason for his non-attendance at meetings. And I have no hesitation in proposing the recommendation on page 5 of tonight's papers. I would like to add our regret that this is necessary and send our good wishes to Councillor Beckett. And I have a seconder in Councillor Mrs Oates.
Thank you. Councillor Oates.
Thank you, Mr Mayor, and can I give my thanks to the leader for proposing this dispensation. Unfortunately, Councillor Beckett is in hospital at the moment. He's really quite poorly. We hope to see some improvement, and I'll keep the council informed of his progress. But at the moment he's really quite poorly. And yes, I would like to second the proposition.
Thank you. Do we have any speakers on this item? Take a vote on it. All those in favour, please show. Any against? Any abstentions? No. Thank you. It's overwhelmingly carried. Agenda item 8, committee membership nomination. Item 8 is a report on changes to the committee memberships. Can I ask Councillor Dispensation to propose the item?
Thank you, Mr Mayor. A straightforward item, hopefully. This involves the substitution of Councillor Chris Dixon for Councillor Angela Jakes on the Environment, Health and Housing Committee, Councillor Jane Nixon for Councillor Christine Ackroyd on the Planning Committee, and Councillor Sandra Pittman for Councillor Christine Ackroyd on the Licensing Committee. I'd therefore like to propose the recommendations on page 7, and Councillor Small will second. Thank you.
Councillor Small.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I'm going to be very brief. I will be standing to second those 3 recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any speakers on this item? We'll have a show of hands. All those in favour? Any against? Abstentions? That item's carried. Agenda item 9, the Fylde local plan to 2032. Councillor Trevor Fylde, would you propose the item?
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Before we read this item, I need to bring members' attention to a letter received late on Friday afternoon last week from solicitors representing 4 landowners in the area of Cottage Road. The letter concerns land Cottage Road, as I've said, and this is allocated housing site HSS5 in the emerging local plan. The flood risk assessment for that site has recently been reassessed by the Environmental Agency from a low risk to a high risk. The Council was informed of the reassessment by the Environmental Agency in August this year, but this was after the close of the local plan inquiry and after the inspector had indicated that she did not wish to receive further representation. Nevertheless, the landowners, who, and this is quite interesting, who all own land comprised in planning appeals at Ray Green, which are presently awaiting an inspector's determination. And they argue that the Council cannot legally adopt the local plan as the inspector has not considered the effect of flood risk assessment. They threaten to seek judicial review if the Council adopts the local plan this evening. The Council over the weekend has received Council's advice and internal legal advice that the landowner's position is fundamentally misconceived and that the Council can safely proceed to adopt the local plan this evening without there being a realistic possibility of a threatened judicial review. If it is commenced, the Council will be replying to the solicitor's letter in robust terms to advise them of our position. So, my aim this evening is to move to Council and ask Council to adopt the local plan. Mr Mayor, my intention in recommending we adopt the Fylde Borough local plan to 2032 is to be very brief. I do so knowing the report before us is a comprehensive summary and in the knowledge that there is going to be a learning hour for all members dedicated solely to the local plan. Mr Mayor, some ask what is a local plan and ask why is it important for it to be adopted this evening. And to put it very simply, the local plan describes the planning policies that direct planning committee in its determination of planning applications. Most importantly, it allows development to be plan-led and as a consequence affords protection against speculative development. This is a scenario we haven't enjoyed for many years. For instance, the adoption of the plan makes it more unlikely, I'll repeat that and emphasise it, makes it more unlikely that the appeal at Green should be successful for three reasons. Green sites are not allocated in the local plan, the sites are still outside the Green settlement boundary, and now as a consequence of the local plan we can demonstrate a 5-year land supply. Mr Mayor, at the annual council meeting, May 2005, I stood before this council to present the then Fylde local plan. This contained policies that protected our precious countryside and agricultural land from inappropriate residential development. However, virtually overnight that local plan and most of its policies was made obsolete and it became redundant following successive and radical changes to the planning process, such as the local planning framework, the regional spatial strategy, and more recently, the national planning policy framework. As a consequence, the ability for Fylde Borough to resist or prevent residential development in the countryside was seriously diminished. If a local authority could not demonstrate a 5-year supply of residential land, there was a simple presumption in favour of development and for the granting of planning permission. Many of our rural parishes fell foul of this one policy, a policy that caused great resentment and anger throughout the borough. But arguably, the most significant policy change allowed by the government inspector is that in the future, Fylde will be allowed to use a Liverpool methodology rather than Sedgefield in calculating the 5-year figure. The difference is significant. At present, using Sedgefield, the figure hovers around 4.5 to 5. When using Liverpool, the figure rises to around 6.5 to 7. This significantly enhances Fylde's ability to control speculative countryside applications. And I want to address an issue which gave me great concern, because during the plan's examination in public, Wyatt argued aggressively, and I really mean aggressively, that under the concept of the duty to cooperate, that Fylde should make land available to meet a shortfall in Wyatt's housing numbers. Fortunately, the inspector confirmed that Fylde has a duty to cooperate policy, and Wyatt's demands were dismissed. So now, Mr Mayor, Fylde now joins, if we adopt the plan this evening, with 50% of Lancashire authorities that have a sound local plan in place. And for the record, Blackpool and Wyatt still unknown. And so finally, Mr Mayor, I would like to take the opportunity this evening to thank Mark Evans and his policy team for their professionalism and hard work in their stewardship of the plan before us this evening. I formally move the recommendation at the top of page 10. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Fylde. I believe Councillor Redcliffe will second the motion.
In the absence of the Vice Chairman.
Sorry, Mr Mayor. In the absence of the Vice Chairman, I rise to second the motion, second the recommendation, and I reserve the right to speak if necessary. Thank you.
Councillor Oates.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Well, I'm sure we're all very relieved that the local plan has finally been completed. It's not a good time for the council when we're going through the exercise because it's very often the case that some of the measures taken are very unpopular. I must say that I'm also delighted that we now have the Liverpool method in place. And I think it vindicates our stance in relation to that matter. But I do feel that because the Conservative administration decided to adopt a vision statement that will produce employment land and consequently employment-related housing to pursue a growth agenda, then our residents should know that the extent of current and future building in Fylde and the consequential loss of green land is as a direct result of the Conservative administration. This is something I did not support then and do not support now.
Thank you, Councillor Rhodes. Do we have any other speakers on this item? We'll go straight to the vote then. All those in favour? Against? Abstentions? Yeah. That is unanimously carried. Thank you. Agenda item 10, Granny Bay Coastal Defence. Granny's Bay Coastal Defence. Item 10 relates to Granny's Bay Coastal Defence and was presented before the Operational Management Committee on the 11th of September. Councillor Roger Small, would you propose the item?
Thank you very much, Mr Mayor. Yes, it has done the rounds, this, so I'm not anticipating any great problem with it, because I have great pleasure in standing to recommend to Council that they fully adopt this recommendation on page 94. It is a fully funded from capital grant from the Environment Agency for the purpose of the improvement works, which is actually to be welcomed. But could I also pay tribute to those officers for their hard work in securing those finances for this borough, and to members from across the council for their ongoing support. Thank you, Mr Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Small. Councillor Pittman, I believe you're going to second this item.
Mr Mayor, I'm delighted to second this motion.
Do we have any speakers on agenda item 10? Go straight to the vote. As per the order papers, all those in favour? Any against? Any abstentions? That's clearly carried. Thank you. Agenda item 11, exclusion of the public. Item 11 is a request to exclude the public prior to the presentation of item 12. I will propose the exclusion of the public on the grounds stated in the report. Councillor Dispensation.
I second that, Mr Mayor.
So any speakers on this? Councillor Rhodes.
No, sorry, I'm in it wrong. I'm anxious to speak.
No speakers on this? Go to the vote. All those in favour? Any against? Any abstentions? That's clearly carried. Thank you.